Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. It's your boy, the Hood Mystic, here with another video, man. And what I'm gonna do is something different, man. I'm gonna do something completely different, right? Gotta switch up the format, switch up the flow. Uh, Thumbs up if you can hear me. I thought I was the only person who thought this. Yeah, man. Today we're gonna talk about these distractions that's happening from a spiritual point of view. So I'm gonna just start this off, man, because I ain't got a lot of time to wait. And beyond that, before really started off in the real way, let people know what's happening this Sunday. I want y'all to, holla at your boy. Link will be in the description. We will be having the sacral chakra activation. It's going to be really powerful. A lot of different things that are going to be brought to the surface. A lot of understanding, because in this world, man. Before I get into this conversation, the conversation that I want to have with y'all. Just give me a second, because I want to give us a little bit of space and understanding. All right. So, and y'all can just answer 1, 2, 3, whatever. It don't matter. Just keep answering if this applies. Have you ever been stressed out before? And if you say, yeah, I've been stressed out before, I want you to then think, who taught you how to stress the same way you went to school and got taught ABCs? Right? Do you remember the first time you learned how to spell or learned how to read aloud and you was just an Asperger? Right? You couldn't read for shit. You couldn't spell the words. So you had to be taught how to read. And then once you knew how to read, you knew how to read. But let's think about stress. Did somebody sit you down, give you worksheets, right? Give you tests and say, how'd you do on your stress test this week? No. However, when you think about spelling, is spelling for lack, I know people will get deep, like casting spells. I don't want you to think deep. I just want you to think regular. In the overall scheme of things, has the ability to be able to spell and understand words benefited you? Yes. Did you have to be taught that in this world? Yes. Why? Because for some of us, spelling didn't come naturally. It wasn't easy. It wasn't simple. So my point is that it's easy to grasp and be an expert at stressing the fuck out. It's much harder. It's much harder to figure out an alternative, and that's what I'm offering you tomorrow at 11:11 a.m. as we discuss the sacral chakra activation. And of course, we're going to build upon the root chakra activation because these things, the material is very dense. The material is very hard to wrap your mind around. However, if you are able to purchase the course, you'll get it in segmented form and you can learn at your own pace and you'll be able to deal with yourself. And don't assume that because you haven't been taught about emotions that you know how to label and address your emotions or get in front of your emotions. More than likely your emotions just going to run your life, okay? So if you have a problem with this and you want to get an understanding, and like I said, it's $20, it's $23, right? However, I'm going to give you the root chakra, I'm going to give you the sacral chakra, and of course I'm going to give you goodies at the end. I'm always down for goodies because my inner child really enjoys goodies. So to service my inner child, I give other people goodies. So don't worry about being behind or being caught up because everything is everything. I just want to give people an opportunity to understand sacred information in a simple, digestible way. Yes, it is dense. Yes, it is a lot of information, but that doesn't mean you can't learn it, right? You didn't learn how to spell automatic. Oh, I read it. I watched a video on chakras. That's like watching a video on spelling and knowing the ABCs one time. You would never know how to spell, how to write a paragraph, none of that. In college, you're still learning how to manage and deal with the English language, meaning that it takes a long time to master something. It takes a long time to master and understand your emotions because even an intellectual understanding of your emotional body is not the integration of real life events and dealing with relationships, your family, who you are as a person, how you show up every day. That's connected to your emotional body, and you have to actually teach yourself this. So we doing some real major shit tomorrow, and I hope you guys get to join me. But let's get into the conversation that hopefully you clicked on this video for, and that is distractions. What is a distraction? A distraction is the drawing away of the mind from one point or course to another or others. So, what's going on in the news today is distractions. When you talk about Cat Williams not being a part of the Illuminati, that's like, because I'm hot, I'm no longer a temperature. The only temperatures that exist are colder temperatures. Now that I reach a certain degree of hot, I am not even, you can't even rate me compared to the 40 degrees because I'm 100 degrees. See, to y'all on the outside looking in, that logics. But to me, understanding that there is no back and forth, there is no right or wrong, there is only the absolute and then the non-absolute. So when we talk about the Illuminati, and I'm not a part of the Illuminati, but he a part of the Illuminati, y'all both a part of the Illuminati, period, point blank. And if you don't have the basic fundamental understanding of the law of polarity, do I have less? Because we're here to learn and to educate. Because we're going to say the law of polarity and relate it to this Cat Williams situation, the major distraction, the first distraction of 2024 And I'm going to be on top of these distractions, my boy. This 2024, I'm going to be on top of these distractions. And I'm just pulling up any old website because this is basic fundamental knowledge, right? It ain't nothing even deep about this shit. So as a spiritual person, y'all watching the news saying, oh, he good and he bad, they both are part of the same cabal. What is the law of polarity? One's in the chat if you feeling good and things is all right, or one's in the chat if y'all hear me, y'all with me on this beautiful Friday, Saturday evening. Who keeps tracks of days anymore? The law of polarity states that there is an opposite for everything in our world. This is a necessary balance within our universe. Everything has a duality and a built-in opposite that cannot coexist without the other. If one side of anything has the potential to exist, by the law of polarity, the opposite expression has to exist also. So, what is the Illuminati's quote unquote job to do in reference to said Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp interview? And we'll do some miniature reaction to that. What is the purpose of them distracting you? What are they taking you from? They're taking you from absolutism, right? It's like an Illuminati for squirrels, right? Imagine an Illuminati for squirrels. A secret society of pigeons, right? What There is a natural order to pigeons, squirrels, lions, bears, tigers, oh my, that the Illuminati, unless you're dealing with P.T. Barnum, kidnapping these precious animals and putting them in the zoo. People be asking me, you want to take your kids to the zoo? You want to go to the zoo? Hell no, I don't want to go to a fucking animal prison. Who wants to go to a fucking zoo? Not me. What the hell? You go to the zoo for what? To look at animals in bondage, nigga? Y'all be taking y'all kids to the zoo as soon as the weather break. Y'all like that's the school to prison pipeline right there. Zoos preconditioning your kids to normalize prison culture. Type of shit is that? I wouldn't never do that. So when we are in this particular universe, if we don't understand that we are just like the pigeon, just like the lion, we are afforded particular rights of existence just because we exist. There is no particular qualifier. So what is the Illuminati going to do? Their basic nature is to qualify, to label, to put you in this position, and this means this, and this means that, and this is our counterculture, and this is the person that is different, and it's all manipulation. It's all manipulation. It ain't no good guy versus bad guy. You learned that. It's only you and your psychology. Your psychology then will lead to your community, family, and friends. But it's 2024, and the way that these distractions have played out, people are more isolated than they've ever been. And not to feel sorry for people, but if y'all don't understand the law of polarity, then you will only look for good things when you have to deal with the negative things. It's the things that you are doing wrong. Imagine being 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years and all you did was the wrong thing. You looked at it the wrong way. And you said, well, I woke up, so I'll try again. No, figure this shit out. You are not a body, okay? The body is a container for consciousness. You are consciousness. Therefore, you are absolute. What do I mean by absolute? I mean that there is nothing that could rip your consciousness from you. You and your consciousness are wrapped up into this ball of absolutism. So all of cognition, all awareness is through the filter of consciousness. If it doesn't make it through the filter of consciousness, then you just wouldn't necessarily know. So, what is the right thing versus what is the wrong thing? The wrong thing is always the good thing. However, if you program your mind to always seek the good thing, then by default, you're doing the wrong thing. That's why 2024 feels the way that it feels. Let's do numerology. Let's do numerology. Let's go 2, 2, 4. 2024 equals, because I went to public school. I don't know it to, I think it's 8, right? So 8 is connected to Saturn. Let's not be confused about this stuff, okay? Well, I thought 8 was connected to Mercury. I thought 8 was connected to Venus. I thought 8 was connected to Jupiter, so forth and so on. Let's not be confusing about this stuff. Let's say 8 represents Saturn because we can reference that at this particular moment. So if 8 represents Saturn, this is an 8 year. You must balance the spiritual and materialistic world. Saturn is the law of karma. You get in what you put out. So I know you wake up every day looking for a shortcut, looking for an easy way, looking for a way out. That's where you fuck up at. That's where you fuck up at. Yes, miracles can happen. Yes, the spiritual world exists, but it requires a level, like over time, the material world is that result. So if you come into 2024 fat as fuck, that is your karma. If you come into 2024 lonely with no prospects, that is your karma. Because there are things you can do to lose weight. There are things that you can do to become more desirable to the opposite sex or the same sex, however you want to do it. But if you haven't put in that actual work over time, Saturn represents the realness of it. There's no good and bad over, like, you got motherfuckers in your life that are good people that don't give a fuck about their health. So in 2024, when people start experiencing health deficiencies in reference to every year we get closer to the sun, and the solar rays, it's just a progressing level of entropy. So what, like, you got to understand this as well. It ain't about to get better over time. That's a fallacy. That's a logical fallacy. When have you ever threw a set stack of bricks across the room and said by the time they land on the ground, they'll be in better shape than they were when I was holding them in my hand? You know that the moment you throw those bricks, they're going to scatter. You know that intuitively. You don't even, it's common sense. What is not common sense? The older I get, without maintenance and understanding of order, right? Because order is related to Saturn. Order. Why is order related to Saturn? Because if you do not have order, you only have fucking chaos. That's the only shit you got. It's either order or chaos. Order or chaos. Order or chaos. Choose. Why must you choose order? Because if you don't choose order, you only get disorder. You get order or disorder. So coming into the spiritual thing without a notebook, without a journal, without ability to sketch or draw or deal with the creative aspects of your right brain, and then logically thinking that you could just do whatever the fuck you want to do, that is you living outside of the laws of thermodynamics. That is you holding your breath underwater and saying, no, I got gills. I can survive. And then you're just like, well, why is it getting worse over time? Because of entropy. That means that in 2024, if 2023 should have been or could have been your worst year financially over a set of successive financial highs, which then should get you into battering down the fucking hatches in 2024, being so orderly, because in this world, shit is going to go to bloody hell. Why? Because everybody think that they can just wish upon a star. And magically, this shit happens, but I'm telling you, there is no fucking shortcuts. There is no back doors. There is no cat in the hats. Shout out to Cat Williams. So let's bring it back to Cat Williams. Who is Cat Williams, and what does he represent? Cat Williams is a Hyoka. A Hyoka is a kind of sacred clown in the culture of the Sioux. In the Lakota, the Dakota people of the Great Plains of North America. But let's understand that all tribes and villages had some form of a sacred clown, the same way as all kingdoms had a jester. Okay, let's deal with this, and then we'll come back to this. Right, a jester is a professional joker or quote unquote fool at a medieval court. So the jester only is in reference to the government. If you heard what I said, put a motherfucking one in the chat, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, because if you didn't know, now you fucking know that a jester is connected to either the chiefs of the village or the medieval court. In 2023, we would call it the United States government. Every time around this time, they do rituals. January 6th was a ritual. Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp was a ritual by none other than the Illuminati, and we have been bearing witness to this shit for a long time. And we've had soothsayers, people who were, listen, if you are a part of this, you are alive. If you not a part of this, your ass ain't here no more. Because the people that they tried to get a part of this shit, people like Kobe Bryant, people like Aaron Hernandez, they didn't go with the program. And they got took up out of here in a vicious way. So what I'm saying is, this ain't nothing about jokes. This nigga Dave Chappelle is no more than a public fucking speaker at this point. Tell me the last David Chappelle joke that you laughed at, verbatim. Everybody be like, I went to the Dave Chappelle show. I'd be like, what you like about it? I don't know. It was just a vibe. Sounds like hypnotism to me. Like, people do not understand the government and how it works. It don't work like you think it works. It worked through your favorite comedians, favorite football players, favorite actors and actresses, favorite singers, right? All government agents. Because money isn't real. And if money isn't real and money is a controlled substance, and the people that have all of this particular money, it's not real money. It's like monopoly money. Put it like this. If money is an issue to you, like you can count it, it's valuable to you, you're not a part of the Illuminati. Because if I print money, the value of money to me printing it, it ain't real to me. I'm operating at a whole nother level of clearances. I got drivers, I got land, I got property, I got cities underground, I got resources, and all of the shit that I got, I don't need to spend a motherfucking dime for it because I got power. How do I install the power that I have? By niggas like Cat Williams. This is why the colonists' first job was to take out not the warriors, not the soldiers, because it's black men and women that sign up for the army. One's in the chat. One's in the chat. If you got ancestors, family, and friends that went to the army, warriors that will fight for your enemy, right? With pride, with valor. So the warriors are mercenaries. They'll go to the highest bidder. Who do you got to take out? You got to take out the jester, or you gotta put a battery in his back. And listen, these two dudes is puppets. You know how I know he's puppets? Because Cat Williams could have said what he said on any platform, podcast, Joe Budden, Rap Radar, Charlemagne the God, Breakfast Club, Wanda Smith. Imagine if he went on Wanda Smith and had this interview and they had a one-on-one. That would have been as big as Gucci Mane interviewing Charlemagne the God, or Charlemagne interviewing Gucci Mane. Intimate setting, right? But no, he gets interviewed by who? He gets interviewed by Shannon Sharp. Now, who is Shannon Sharp? And I need y'all to understand something because everything is in codes, right? Right? Shannon Sharp, 55 years old, right? Shannon Sharp is an American former football tight end, okay? This is where I want us to stop at, right? Record stop. Tight end. Because we talking about the Illuminati, right? And we know, right, whatever the case may be, it's a bunch of football positions, right? That's another thing that might need to be paused a little later. But Shannon Sharp, he's not a tight end. Let's be clear. Shannon Sharp is not a tight end. He might be the tight end, right? He is regarded as one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Now, who do we have here? Aaron Hernandez. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Aaron Joseph Hernandez was an American football player who was a tight end. Now, I was born in Boston, Massachusetts. I've been a New England Patriot fan ever since Drew Bledsoe. They benched Drew Bledsoe, and then I was a fan the whole Tom Brady years. He pitched there for 20 years. I know he wasn't a pitcher, he was a quarterback, but I say if a pitcher is throwing the ball, he'd be pitching the ball. Anyways, you could make an argument if you watch football and you watch Aaron Hernandez and his relationship with Tom Brady. They won Super Bowls together. That if he would have kept his shit together and took it seriously, and he was supposed to be catching touchdowns, not catching bodies, okay? But Aaron Hernandez caught a body about a week ago, right? Football career over. He played 3 seasons, man. 3 seasons. He was a dog. He was a beast, right? Long story short, he got arrested and convicted to the murder of a friend. They might have, in a court case, it was revealed that he was, on the LGBT side, things of that nature. and he got sentenced to life. And the crazy part about it is that he had hired a lawyer that it was looking, because he was charged with another murder, right? He got off on that murder. So he was charged with 2 murders. He got convicted of one, got off on another one, and then he got the lawyer that was with Tory Lanez, but now is with I can't think, but was with Casey Anthony's lawyer, right? Real famous lawyer. Casey Anthony's lawyer. I'm gonna show y'all how Jose Baez. And Jose Baez got Casey Anthony off that murder, right? But they still, Tory Lanez case, right? Tory Lanez case is in appeals right now, right? His case is in appeals right now, so he might be coming home soon, right? That's something that y'all don't know. They publicized this nigga getting 10 years like a motherfucker, right? But watch this. Tory Lanez appeal. Or no, that's here we go. He was denied, but he appealing again and is going to court. And I think Young Thug about to get off his case too. But what I'm here to say is that Jose Baez was Aaron Hernandez lawyer too, which was weird, right? If you ever watch this documentary, it was weird because they were saying how he had high hopes. He was about to get off, right? He was about to come home, so to speak. And then in April, he took himself out. But what was weird about it, he wrote on the wall before he committed suicide, Illuminati. He put an all-seeing eye, an unfinished pyramid, Illuminati, and John 3:16. See, what he had was CTE, right? Real extreme case of CTE. And let's think about this, right? Your brain get rattled, but at the same time, your corpus callosum, which separates the left and right hemispheres, no longer has the left and right hemispheres, right? And he got a teammate, right? Named Jones. I can't think of his first name. Chandler Jones, right? Chandler Jones, he be talking about this shit that I'm talking about. And he a teammate, right? What I'm saying is this shit is so deep where you think you can just be watching football, right? But your energy is being siphoned. You being distracted from your overall purpose in life. You think it's just fucking DraftKings, nigga. Like, listen to this. Listen to this. This is just all, it's all coming to me. Club Shay Shay and DraftKings. Now, this is some sinister shit because y'all low-key addicted to gambling, and gambling is just like a drug. It's almost like heroin. The recent news, Shannon Sharp's popular podcast Club Shay Shay is joining the DraftKings network. DraftKings and Colin Cowherd's The Volume announced a multi-year sponsorship. So Colin Cowherd, DraftKings, and this is who people are listening to, right? You watching Shannon Sharp. What's the motivation? DraftKings. What's DraftKings? Having young men and women be addicted to gambling? Well, it's just gambling. It ain't nothing. It might be a gambling epidemic. So all I'm saying is pay attention to the deeper levels of hypnosis and distractions that's happening before you just look at things at face value and be like, oh, yeah, this is what it is. Because you mean to tell me Shannon Sharp, just a regular football player, got a podcast, Cat Williams get on there, and he start saying shit. And the fact that he just saying shit is just like, yeah, that's just what people just say every day, all the time. No, they don't. We're dealing with a puppet. And I'm going to show you.
Are you related to Luda?
No. So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us. We were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Cat Williams. Now, what
we're dealing with is the law of polarity, and I don't want you to miss it because it can happen real fast in these conversations.
Thing, and it had to be one or the other of us. No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us. We were equal.
Both of us, we were equal. At any point during this, does he say that we become unequal? No. Okay. Now I want to deal with other words that he was talking about in this particular fucking shit, because it'll go right in front of you. It's right in front of you. Like, crossroads. This is just basic shit. Ishu, a pivotal Orisha. Ishu is a prominent primordial divinity who descended from Orun, the chief enforcer of natural and divine laws. He is the deity in charge of law enforcement and orderliness. Okay? So, once again, you got to kind of pan out. Why is Ishu a necessary energy for this time? Because he presents orderliness. So if you just a person that feel like you can do any and everything and you don't have no rules, no guidance, no discipline, no structure, then Ishu is a trickster deity. It's a trick. Like, you think that you could just do whatever the fuck you want to do in this earth, in this world, this beautiful world, this magnificent fucking planet, and you just want to just fall into the entropy of this game, this matrix. You want to be further divided and want to be like Ricky Smiley and Kevin Hart. And fuck these niggas, man. You wasn't thinking about these people until this shit happened. It goes, he does 17 million views in 2 days. That's a distraction. Even worse, everybody wants to react and review and expose. And, ooh, Cat Williams was right. All of this shit was pre-programmed as forms of distraction of shit that's actually happening. Within yourself, within the universe, within the cosmos, within your chart. See, that's the part y'all not trying. Y'all not trying to go there. Y'all not trying to go through your chart. You don't give a fuck about your chart. You don't care about who you are for real at a DNA level. So issue is powerful, relevant, ubiquitous to the extent of having every day of the 4-day Uriba week as his day of worship. So when you deal with issue, you're talking about Mercury, you're talking about issue and I can't even think, but in Brazil, rather, whatever that religion is called, I can't think of it right now. Kimbanda, right? It's an issue in it's an issue in Santeria, Ifa, right? And that's ESU. But then there's also an issue in Brazil, and that's EXU, right? These are two different energies. You can't confuse one with the other. However, they mean the same thing. The unification of the left and right hemispheres. Kyrie, what the fuck are you talking about? You're so weird. Where did Cat Williams say that he met Ludacris at? At a crossroads. What does a crossroads symbolize? You would think that it symbolizes a street, but go to a crossroads right now and tell me that some shit is going to happen. May or may not, right? More than likely, I'm a wager on ain't shit going to happen. But if you unify your left and right brains at the corpus callosum, you will then be able to deal with Ishu. Ishu is a messenger to the gods. So you have to activate yourself. You have to divinate yourself. This is why in the Kabbalah, right, I can show you the spheres, they all have Mercury. They're all ruled by Mercury. Somehow, some way, somewhere, I've seen it. I'm just not about to particularly Google search it, but it seems as though, right, and this is what we've been talking about all week on this channel in these previous videos, it seems as though there are different variations on energy, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, and all these particular things, right? And you can smoke a bag of that if you want to, but to get to the root of it, to have a genuine conversation, one has to say, what do you visualize for yourself? Right? What do you see for yourself? And how are you going to act upon that? Or else you're going to be dealing with Ishu as a trickster, as a devil, as an evil person, as a bad person. And this Ishu energy, right? Because you can even do this. Ishu and Loki. Right? And in the title it says Ishu Elegba, Nigeria's Loki. Right? Same energy. And why am I saying that? Because Loki season 2, what year did that come out in? October 5th, 2023. What is that? That is an end of the season ritual, an issue ritual. So it'll be like watching Loki and then like, damn, I can't wait to season 3 start. Oh yeah, season 3 started Loki. What happened? Shannon Sharp interviewed Cat Williams. You mean to tell me that season 3 Loki? Yeah, it's the same energy. Right? Shape shifting, different dimensions, times and portals. Like you could just follow the energy. How did this begin to help you? It begins to help you when you understand that this high level of distraction is pulling you into yourself. So if you are able to mythologize and work with the energies now, every time some weird shit is happening in the world, good shit start happening in my business. These are the signs and the keys. The distractions are taking your mind away from you and what you need to fucking do. It's only a trick until you understand how the trick works. then it's just knowledge and science and alchemy. So yes, Loki has a weird, cheery disposition at first, but eventually, right, you'll get into the overall reasons of who you are. Like, you have to unify and come and meet at the crossroads. And of course, he talking about it from a position of, you know, Illuminati ritual and all of this type of shit. But like I said, what would be the purpose of that? If he's going to Illuminati ritual, are you going to Illuminati ritual? No, you're not going to an Illuminati ritual. He going to an Illuminati ritual. That don't have nothing to do with you. So how do you begin to decode these particular events? By understanding the symbolism, right? And the symbolism is rich in this interview.
So there was a crossroads where
He could have easily said there was a meeting, there was a party, there was an event. But he ain't talking about the actual shit that you like. Ain't nobody got time to be literal out here in these motherfucking streets in 2024. Ishu brings order. Saturn brings order. Order is necessary because if I have marbles stacked in a perfect pyramid and I put that perfect pyramid together, it's only a matter of time before the perfect pyramid crumbles. So do I then forget about the pyramid that I built, or do I maintain that pyramid daily? Maintaining the pyramid daily ensures or assists me in maintaining my pyramid. If I say fuck the pyramid, then it's going to crumble. Who in this analogy, what am I explaining? I'm explaining how you can say fuck your soul by not maintaining it on a daily basis. Therefore, this time is going to be harder for you versus if you took the information of time, energy, and space seriously and you did your rituals. So when it comes to meeting a person at the crossroads, your right brain have been activated. How do you activate your right brain? Through rituals, working on your altar, burning herbs, burning candles. Oh, that shit don't make sense. That's weird. Yeah, it's supposed to be weird. You can't be logical and activate your right brain. If you heard what I just said, put a 1 in the chat. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's impossible to be logical and activate your right brain. So what is illogical? Working on your altar, feeding your ancestors. That don't make sense. You crazy. Well, that's the idea, silly. Burning candles, dressing candles, putting herbs around your candle, burning the candle, having a messy plate of candle wax and herbs and weird shit and oils and lipstick and cum. You got cum on your altar? Yes. That don't make no sense. That's the fucking idea. If it makes sense, then I'm being logical and I cannot activate my right brain hemisphere. So when Cat Williams says,
so there was a crossroads where
fuck where he going, what about you? What if you can hear if you listening to an interview and a nigga say crossroads, that's an interesting statement, right? So let's go further.
But we were both invited to an Illuminati thing. And
we were both invited to an Illuminati thing. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? This is these is 2 grown ass men talking about they were at Illuminati thing, an Illuminati event. Is he making it up? Or is he dead ass serious? And 17 million people watched this and said, what the If they didn't listen, if a grown ass nigga said I was at an Illuminati event, nigga, who was there? Who? What the fuck y'all was doing? Who started it? Give me everything about this. This nigga, this clip is 1 minute and 31 seconds, and this nigga said I was invited to an Illuminati thing. Let's just back up a second and say that the Illuminati exists. This nigga saying that there's a secret cabal of people that run the world, and your ass trying to get a fucking job. Think about that. Think about how if you don't deal with your soul and activate your right brain hemisphere, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Your third eye is shut the fuck down. And you would listen to a grown-ass man with kids and been in movies say, I was invited to an Illuminati thing. And you ain't gonna look at them niggas at your job a little differently tomorrow? Shit, you shitting me? Is you a part of the Illuminati? Because I knew it was something weird about you. I knew it was something weird about you.
It had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal.
Both of us, we were equal. The law of polarity. Cat Williams is a part of the Illuminati. Shannon Sharp is a part of the Illuminati. And this is a distraction. They playing in your face for 2 motherfucking hours. Hey, if I knew something, right? I knew something, and I'm telling you everything besides what I know, and I know that it can help you, or I know that you don't know what the fuck is going on, I'm going to either A, not say shit, or B, not say a motherfucking thing. Because what the fuck kind of karma am I setting up for myself? Now, of course, it's only a few people that's going to watch this and understand and overstand the spiritual significance of 2 grown-ass men talking about the Illuminati, right? And you telling your kid that they need to go to college and make something of themselves. Well, what if I join a fraternity? That's a great thing. You should join a fraternity. Guess what, Mom? I got an invitation to the Illuminati. Well, that's cool. What you gonna do? Probably get my butt took. Well, that's awesome, son. Have fun. I hope you enjoy it. Listen, because what we're talking about, this is a tight end. A tight end, it ain't no other, like a tight end is either a lineman or a wide receiver, but he could be both. But tight end is actual terminology for something else altogether. Let's look up tight end in the Urban Dictionary and see what comes up. A position in American football, or a male homosexual whose anus has not been terribly stretched by the ravages of chocolate love. Also, a wide receiver. A wide receiver is crazy. Listen, man, y'all think y'all kids is playing football. Them niggas is playing a ritual. Listen, dog, tell me that it's not sus to get behind another grown-ass man while he bending over and put your hands right where his nuts is at, right? And then he hands you a ball, and you throw that ball to either a tight end or a wide receiver. They could have chose any name. They could have chose a catcher. That's wild, too. I mean, there's no way around it, bro. It's just sus. It's a sus type of thing. And no wonder they talking about the Illuminati on this particular program. No wonder, right? Because it's all about sex rituals. Everybody that you see in front of these screens that y'all love so much and that y'all don't mind spending $18 a ticket to go see a bullshit ass movie to see them. Hey, listen, 99% of them have participated in the sex ritual because millions of people want to be where they're at. What's going to differentiate a person from making it or not making it? It ain't talent. Y'all know people at the local theater with more talent than these actors. Y'all know people who write internet sketches that's way more talented than some shit you seen on Netflix. So it ain't talent, it ain't ability, it's whether or not you can take it up the arse. Okay? Be clear about this shit. Because then you able to go through the sex rituals and understand that the sex rituals is how they take your soul. But then also understand that they don't do it they don't do it when you older, they do it when you younger. This is how they get your mind. Okay? It's all scientific. I ain't about to show y'all none of that shit on here because that shit will get me flagged in a heartbeat. But trust me, it's a secret science to manipulating and mind control people that have a lot to do with sexual actions with younger children. That's what everybody is under fire for. This is what the whole distraction is about, bro. Anthony Weiner had the laptop with the corn on it, with the kids talking about Pizzagate and all of this, right? And then, right, and then at the same time, what happened when this interview came out? The day after Epstein list came out, and ain't nobody care about it. What was they talking about? And what was they doing on there? Messing with kids, brainwashing and mind controlling kids. That's what this is about. But then they put the goddamn jester in front of you and tell you a bunch of shit that you didn't care about. Hey, I don't care who wrote the joke. All I care about is that I laugh. Was it funny? Never have a person left a comedy club like, yeah, I don't know if he wrote his jokes though. He was funny. You ain't never cared about this shit, but he made you care about this shit. Now, when Cedric the Entertainer, listen, how you know that this all Illuminati confirmed and they all a part of it? Let's look at Cedric the Entertainer's IG. You ain't gonna be able to escape this shit. You can't escape it. It's everywhere. Let's look at Cedric the Entertainer's IG. Come on, man. What is that? What you throwing up? What you throwing up the rock? Happy Founders Day, commemorating 113 years of achievement. What that sign represent? Oh, Kappa Alpha Psi, a fraternity. Masonic Illuminati confirmed. Right? Like, you ain't going, listen, man. Ricky Smiley. Omega Sci-Fi. And trust me, they keep these dudes on the news, man. Remember Ricky Smiley on YouTube? Morning his son, every video. He took over everybody's album. Remember in 2023? Were you supposed to goddamn grieve privately? He was on everybody's feed talking about his son. Illuminati ritual. Okay? So they all a part of the same shit. It ain't no hot and cold. Because I'm hot, I'm different. Because I'm cold, I'm different. No. If y'all are comedians and y'all been in these movies and y'all done reached a level of success and had a certain level of success and deals and all this type of shit, major motion pictures, you got to go to the movie and there's key grips and grapplers and all of this shit. Listen, ain't no real niggas behind that shit. Believe me, it ain't no real niggas behind it, bro. It's just not. Your enjoyment of movies and TV and film is your addiction to the fucking Illuminati. Period, point blank. Because the last time I checked, y'all never had put me on to an independent movie, independent filmmaker. Never once have a person said, hey, check out my independent film I've been working on. It's always, hey, why is conscious niggas always decoding shit that, is in the mainstream? That's why I stopped doing it, because once I started to see that everything was propaganda, if I'm speaking against propaganda, guess what? I am part of the propaganda by default. The only thing that I need to do in this 8 year is keep my shit orderly. Let's deal with this interview and see what we can pick up.
One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Cat Williams.
Never once did bro say he leaving the Illuminati. He walked up. He didn't cut his... Because listen, Ice Cube, Friday After Next, the whole cast... Illuminati confirmed. Like, stop them niggas out in LA. Ain't nobody talented, creative, working on projects. No, this shit have moved into artificial intelligence, right? Like, artificial intelligence put the AI in Illuminati now is all a part of a program. It's all a real live Matrix. Matrix Revolutions. That was a ritual at the beginning of the year last year. Showing you that all of this shit is matrix building. What is matrix building? It's distracting human beings from spirituality. Like, and it was so many things that we could have did, should have did, didn't do. And you like, well, for what? These particular distractions, however they look.
Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people?
Yes.
It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.
How much money they give? 200.
Sir, Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
10.
Once again, these two individuals do not care about money. Okay? They're outside of the matrix. And listen, we are like fucking caged dogs, bro. That's why you should be pissed off at this shit. These people are a part of a world that they know about and they ain't gonna tell your ass about. And they might be operating on a level of a buffer, meaning that they don't know shit. They just got a script that they supposed to do on these. Listen, these podcasts with these celebrities. Nigga, do you know that it was niggas like Blue Pill, Red Pill, Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic? Them was the podcast that niggas was like... Them was the podcast before them niggas even knew what a podcast was. Like niggas was either going to be listening to music or sports radio. Think about just riding around listening to niggas talking. Black conscious people created that lane, that paradigm, and said, oh, these young black people is listening to knowledge. And now you got an influx of celebrities to whereas, listen, it ain't no good Bobby Hemmett videos on YouTube no more, nigga. That shit got wiped out. Ain't no, listen, this is a full-on attack on consciousness, right? Because that is what you are. You should be learning about who you are. And this shit needs to be sustained. Meaning that a old ass Panic lecture, a old ass Bobby Hemmett lecture, a old ass Valentine lecture will not sustain you the same way as I got some milk in 2018. If I drunk it, I would throw up and pass out. It's old. Consciousness is not being supported because it's niggas like this. Look at his fucking chain. His chain say woke on it. These black men are minstrel artists. A comedian make people laugh. That is a part of the Masonic role of minstrelsy. The deeper and darker aspect of it is that it was white men with blackface until the black people learned from the white men in the blackface to be like the white men in blackface. That's how deep it is. So when we look at these people and we try to be like these people and emulate these people, the Richard Pryors, the Stephen Fetchits, the like these people emulated minstrel artists, but the minstrel artists were not talking about the black experience. It was a joke. It was a joke. So let's get into this a little bit more.
200 million, I might need to get me one of the more women look the same.
That's what they all end up saying at the end of the day. Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay. It's all right.
So I'm not going to really beat that down with a hammer. What I am going to do, because my kids should be here at any moment, I got these videos that I want to react to and talk about. But before I do that, I got to create something I want to show. Yeah, there we go. I want to show some shit, man. Did y'all see?
Esta es una llamada a todas las unidades de la ciudad de Miami.
And this happened at the same time.
All right, look. So look, y'all thought I was playing. I know y'all see those lights. Look at them. Not them little ones because my little mirror thing scratched up. I know you see those right there, floating. Oh my, bruh, this every day out here, or every night. But still, look at that. Bruh, this really in Miami. I'm not playing. Look, the airport is right over here. That's the airport. You know what I mean? They always got little lights and stuff. You know, it's probably airplanes. But over here, this ain't the airport. Look at that. And them clouds not even moving. How the whole cloud not gonna move? It's just sitting there at nighttime. It's crazy. Look, ain't no other clouds in the sky. But right over here, look at them. And look at those lights. Bruh, y'all could, hey. Oh wait, it's a couple clouds right here. But look, they just frozen too.
Now, this week, man, right, let's read the official story, right? And I want to see if this makes sense. We're going to do logical. We're going to do logical analysis, right? But now that our third eye. Because first of all, right? First of all, look at all these motherfucking cop cars. Look at all these motherfucking cop cars, bruh. Now, we all from the hood, bruh. We all been in some shit where we somewhere and niggas start fighting, whoop-de-woo, like it get crazy. We've been in riots before. Have you ever seen this amount of cop cars, man? I'm going to play the video one more time, and I just want you to look at the amount of cop cars, and you tell me from logical points of views, if it ain't nothing crazy, why the fuck is all these cop cars here?
Esta es una llamada a todas las unidades de la ciudad de Miami.
One's in the chat. If that don't make no motherfucking sense for some teen fighting. Because I could be crazy too if y'all done seen that many cops for some teenagers fighting. And we're going to read the article, but I just want to fill out the room and see, do that look like some weird ass shit for some teens fighting? Yes or no? Like, come on now. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Sign up for the Sacro Chakra activation taking place tomorrow at 11 a.m. Link is in the description. Thank y'all for joining me this evening. Shout out to StreamYard. Shout out to the initiates. We about to come so hard. That was crazy. That was crazy. Oh my God. Like, let me get some soap, scrub my tongue out. I am out of line with that statement, dog. Okay. When dozens, is that dozens? Hold on, man. Let's look at this again. Is that dozens or hundreds? Like, come on, y'all. What are we doing here?
Esta es una llamada a todas las...
Okay, let's read. Dozens of Miami police officers descended on Bayside Marketplace on New Year's Day. Immediate answers on what triggered the massive response were elusive, right? So first off, like, hey, what's happening down at the mall? I don't really know right now. Okay, that's weird. Usually you tell us. Can you tell us? Nah, we're going to be elusive. Normal behavior. Okay, let's continue. In the days since, authorities have told the public what occurred. So basically, once we get our shit together, we'll just make up some shit that seems plausible. Sounds good? Sounds good. Let's talk about this further. But in that temporary information vacuum, social media and conspiracy theorists have shared their ideas of what happened. I ain't going to say that. A possible riot, an alien invasion. All right. On Friday, the Miami Police Department released an Instagram video to put the rumors to bed, sparking another flood of online conversation. It was more tongue-in-cheek this time since police revealed a bombshell truth in its videos. Aliens did not invade Bayside. There is now a video going viral of 8 to 10 foot aliens walking around Bayside, right? It's a video going viral. The police say it is just a person walking with a shadow. So I can confirm to you all, hold on, wait a second. Record straight. Like, what do you mean by that? Are we talking about getting a shadow work bundle from Columbian Exchange or a literal shadow? Because you got to clarify, because you know the Shadow Work series is one of the most powerful spiritual tools out in the market right now. You got to be clear about that, right? You know, before anybody was talking about Shadow Work, Hood Mystic was, you know that, right? Okay, you can't just be throwing shadow all out there all willy-nilly like that. Make sure you get your shit correct, whoever writing this article, all right? At me next time type shit. So I can confirm to you all here today that there are no aliens in Miami or Bayside Marketplace at the moment. Look at them playing in your face. They kidnapped them. Listen, they trolling. Okay, this is what I want to know, and I want to know if this makes sense to our logical brains, all right? On the night of New Year's Day, 9/11 callers reported hearing what they thought were gunshots at the Bayside Marketplace. Okay? The incorrectly reported gunshots were 50 or so juveniles shooting fire. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. They were shooting fireworks at people and they was stealing. Okay. Police called a citywide emergency as officers already at Bayside were not able to contain the situation. That alert called a citywide 3. I want to do some more research on that word right there because I wonder what that pertains to. tells all active officers in the city to respond to the incident location. Some officers were heavily armed and approached the crowd, displaying high-powered rifles, reflecting the fact that officers were initially erroneously told the situation involved an active shooter. Now, I almost bought it, right? But I be on YouTube a lot. And I remember Cincinnati active shooter bank. Now, I know this is not Florida, this is Cincinnati, but I'm gonna show y'all something. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it to y'all. But if I can't show it to y'all, I'll for sure be able to explain it. Because all those cops, it make a lot of sense when you say it, but not for real. Because I remember, when was this? I don't think this is the right one, but it might be. Do y'all see the amount of cops? Do y'all see the amount of cops? And this is an active shooter at a bank. At a bank, downtown, Cincinnati, broad day. It's 4 cops. One, if the math ain't mathing. Because I could be a crazy ass motherfucker from outer space that just look at shit real weirdly. And I don't know when this photo was taken, but I seen, and the reason I know what I'm talking about, because I seen the footage of the shootout between the cops and the goddamn active shooter. It was 2 cops. And one of the cops got shot. So, and it wasn't like a whole bunch of cops coming either. They was shooting out there for like 5 minutes. And I know we talk about 2 different cities, but I'm just saying, bruh, it just don't seem right. It just don't seem right. So I just really do think that there is some real shit happening in this world. And I want to like read the spirits book with y'all so we can get a full foundational understanding of what spirits are. But I don't want to bore y'all half to death, but I might have to just do it for posterity's sake. So I got 5 videos that I want to react to that just have, I haven't really seen them. I just was searching for like different topics in reference to emotions and stuff like that. So I'm going to watch these videos with y'all, and then I'm going to end this video. Thank y'all for joining me. We still doing it, so like, share, subscribe. But yeah, this is the new format for now. As you know, we get shit together, get shit order. I want to do more videos in reference to daily energy readings and things of that nature. Bring that shit back, but I want to do more reaction videos as well, you know, because I like doing reaction videos. So let's get into reaction video number 1.
What we need from a man. We need emotional support to feel loved unconditionally, a team player. So when I have to go out into the world and fight these battles and prove my worth, I got my man at home saying, baby, you can do it.
Listen, man, I'm going to be real with y'all. And I'm going to talk about this later. But y'all need to chill on wanting shit from niggas and not knowing what y'all going to be able to offer that man. Like, you really got to chill, because if you come off the rip talking about what you want from me and I don't know what you can do for me in the return, we got a real big problem for real, sis. And I don't even think you know it. I think you coming into this whole situation with demands. And demands is cool. But what type, like, you got an 800 credit score? What you doing? What you offering? Oh, you gonna let me hit it from the back? What would you like? What did you offer it? Right? And we got to get beyond the sexual stuff, okay? Like, this is shit that just like I be just in bed, just be thinking about it. Like, look, man, did she just say she wanted the world and wasn't gonna do a damn thing for me in return? Did she just say that? Oh man, the math ain't math. And one's in the chat if the math ain't
That's
math.
a big problem with men, especially black men. They are not taught to communicate their feelings, their emotions, and what they go through. What did I tell you the other day about expressing when you're not, when you're stressed or when you?
I don't do it either. I'm a victim of that as well.
I tell you all the time, though, I make sure that you understand that this is a safe place. I'm a safe place for you.
Yeah.
And we might not always agree on things, right? But I am still a safe place.
That's real. Like, you know, when you be vulnerable as a man, like, this is why I feel like a lot of men need to, like, really get their chakra work in order. Join me January 7th, 2024 at 11:11 a.m. Link is in the description. Because the one thing I know about men, they don't know shit about their emotions. One in the chat. Men know everything about Lamar Jackson's stats on Sunday, but don't know shit about their emotions. So, get some understanding, overstanding. This Sunday, right? 11:11 a.m. Link is in the description. Are you a safe space? Is a man safe being vulnerable with you? Are you a safe space unto yourself? Are you giving yourself the space to feel what you truly feel without blocking it out? Because what you'll notice, if a person have blocked out certain aspects of themselves to themselves, when you offer that, they're not going to be able to receive it. If a person does not love themselves and you offer them love, they won't be able to receive your love. Okay? So a lot of, like, this is why I say big red flag if you come into a relationship talking about what you want. Are you a safe space? What do you mean by that? What do you mean, am I a safe space? I want a nigga like this. I want a nigga like that. Are you a safe space? What you mean by that? That's the new song for 2024. I need to come up with that.
Anger. That's the one area I know for sure that black men need to work on. And I do believe that out of all the expectations placed on our shoulders, emotional development and inner peace aren't at the forefront. So now you have a generation of men, or generations of men, who have never seen emotional health as paramount. And what happens is that lack of discipline manifests itself in other ways. And one of the worst ways I've seen is when our tempers flare. Like, we display a lack of empathy in our words, a lack of control in our actions, and a lack of remorse in the aftermath. And that's why I tell my bros, man, if nothing else, do not act out of anger, bro. Because a woman can make peace with many things. But the one thing that will stay with her is the image of you raging, infuriated, and showing how you handle her when things aren't going your way.
Man, fuck that. She getting this rage. What this? The type of shit? Like, I don't agree. Right? Because I'm not about to hit you. But if I'm angry and you don't know that I'm angry, you might keep doing the same shit. That's triggering me. And if I tell you this is triggering me and you do it anyway, for whatever reason, you're just not the one for me. Because I am triggered. I have to deal with my physiological reactions. So if it gets to the point of anger and you show that anger and a person don't wake up to, damn, I'm pissing this person off, it's time to go, because 2023 have really taught me that if a person is not active in loving you as a man, they're not. And as men, we so fucking dumb because we offer love, we offer these things, and if a person receive it, we imagine that we are loved. Meaning, if I take you out to eat and I invite you out to a dinner, and you say, "Sure, I'll go out to eat with you," as a man, I consider that a win. But I'm paying all of my money for the food. And then I'm low key doing this shit to maybe hope that you want to give me some buns later. Like I'm operating in ulterior motives and all this type of shit. And I'm giving a woman all of the power to reject me or to say no. So what then becomes the solution in these particular situations? You have to learn how to magnetize relationships as a man. And you don't magnetize it through dealing with people that make you angry. And then once you do magnetize a person, you have to make sure that that person actually shares the vision that you share for life. And with people, with women, you gotta take your time and moving in that direction of a relationship. You gotta take a very long time, because not saying that you have to have sex with this woman this whole time, but in a perfect world, you should be able to build with the woman for a long time and not have sex. Or if y'all do have sex, it doesn't get in the way of what you are building. So the point of this is to fully understand that as a black man, if you are angry and you suppress it, you ain't doing nothing but killing yourself. And that's why a lot of black men die from heart diseases and thyroid cancer and things of that nature, because they don't have the ability to speak their truth. And then when they do get angry, they suppress it. And that cortisol is like the worst thing for you. But we'll be talking about that tomorrow as well.
Bro, a lot of black men don't have friends that they can really have deep conversations with, bro.
No.
And I didn't know that was a thing. Because with my bros, I'd be like, yo, I love you. Yeah. You feel me? Yo, bro, I need a hug. Yo, let's pull up tomorrow because I'm going through some things right now. God's put me through some fire right now. Look, what's up, bro? I need y'all to pull up. I need a hug. I need us to sit down, eat. Let's talk a little bit. You feel me? And we can have those conversations. We can cry in front of each other. We can chill. We can hug each other. We can embrace each other. And we can tell each other like, yo, bro, this is what I need from you. And it's not going to come off as, oh, bro, you gay. No homo.
Right,
pause.
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I feel like a lot of black men don't really have that and struggle when it comes time for them to seek out support because they've never known how to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I know because I've been blessed. Like me and my tight circle, we've been tight since high school. So like 25 years and no real fallouts or nothing like that. But a lot of people aren't like that.
Right.
I mean, that is true. It's a dangerous game when you are out here and dating and, dealing with black men, because we do not have a healthy outlet, right? And with that, we just have to, like, I can't force a person to be a certain type of way. And when we talk about mental health, we have to take care of it ourselves, our mind, our mental. So that's what, like, I never really been the type of person that felt understood or felt like I could reach or grow or do anything. I just felt like I was staring at a brick wall my whole life and I didn't know how to get through it. But honestly, when I went within myself and I did this particular work, I realized that I was creating a brick wall in my mind, and then I created different things and they manifested into things that I utilize into this very day. So, with all that being said, the spiritual path is very real. And this is a very spiritual time, but we can't look at this life and this year no other way besides it's time to continue upon this spiritual work, refine ourselves, And if anything, we might have to batten down the hatches even more, right? Moving into an 8-year and 9-year. We've reached the pinnacle of what we've been looking for. And if you can actually find it, right? If you can actually tune into what you've truly come to this earth for, it's time to protect it. It's time to work hard to achieve it. And if you know what it is that you need to be doing, you need to be doing it. Now, the reason that we introduce Chakra Nova to the people is because most people don't know what the fuck they supposed to be doing down here. And so I'm giving you step-by-step game from the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat, in plain English so you can understand it, because it's a lot of information that's useful, a lot of information that's not useful. The information is very dense, so it's not always organized, and we're going to build up the library again. I'll be uploading different clips to just give y'all flavors and vibes starting Sunday. But other than that, you can buy the recorded version if you don't want to do the live. But like I said, each version that you buy is going to come with all of the chakras, because it's like steps. You got to have each and every one of the steps in line in order to understand chakras. And it's so important because what we're talking about is ourselves. And we know so much about comics and comedians and athletes and actors. We know their backstory, what it took for them to get to where they got, all of this shit, their success stories. But we don't even know why the fuck we feel the way that we feel. And that to me is a tragedy, a travesty. And I'm doing something about it through my Chakra Nova courses, through the book Chakra Nova, which is available on Amazon and my website, ColumbianExchange.com. If you do sign up for the Chakra Nova course, it does come with a free Chakra Nova book. So within that, it's like a free instruction, because the book is so powerful, because the book is so good. I feel like it's my personal responsibility to educate and elucidate what is being written in these pages. So just for the very sake of you signing up for the course, you're able to get a free book. So with that being said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, enjoyed the reactions, just something light to do to promote the class that's taking place tomorrow. And, just doing my thing. I hope to see you guys tomorrow because we're going to be, I'm excited. I've been giving a lot of shit away, but I'm just excited to just, present. It's things that I've just been working on for so long that when it's time to present, it's a little bit of acute stress. However, it feels good to, get it out. It feels good to be approaching that day, to have it all set together and people sign up. It just gives me purpose to speak the truth and enlighten people to areas of themselves. That's what I'm all about, right? I want you to get in tune with yourself, get in tune with your spirits, get in tune with your soul, and understand that this is your real power. This is your real magic. This is your real truth. It's found within you. It's not found within your activities, who you think you are, what you think you're doing, all of these particular things. And the reason that we are being present and consistent with it is because that's how time works, right? You never get to the precipice of time. Like, I finished time, everyone, right? Because if you ever did get to that point, you no longer exist. So spirit, the etymology of spirit is breath. So as long as we're breathing, it takes us to be aware and have some information and instruction on our spiritual nature, our soul nature. Okay? So with that being said, enjoy the video. See you guys tomorrow. And if you're not signing up for Chakra Nova, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Share, comment on the video. What's your thoughts on what's going on with these distractions in the world? And of course, DM me if you have any video ideas, things that you want me to react to, or topics you want to address and cover. With that being said, man, y'all have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wherever this video finds you. I'm the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com, ColumbianExchange.com, WhiteRabbitPsych.com, And of course, book a reading at hoodmystic.setmore.com. I'll be seeing y'all on the next video. Peace.